So, in addition to all of the great news that we had last night with the elections, there's also some good news coming out of the very ruby red state of Montana. Beautiful state, but we don't get to say that very often, right? So check this out. This poll, this was a Montana specific poll. So just Montana voters, and Trump's approval and disapproval rating are identical. 41% approve, 41% disapprove, as you can see here. This is a state that went for Donald Trump by 21%. Over Kamala Harris, he got 21% over her last year. And even 6% of the registered Democrats in Montana voted for Donald Trump in 2024. And then check this out. This should serve as a huge wake-up call to not just the Republicans, but also the Ezra Kleins of the world. Look at this in the poll. So the overwhelming majority of Montanans say abortion should be either completely legal in all cases or at least available under certain circumstances. Only 12%, as you see here, said no, totally should be completely illegal. And this poll shows how much overturning Roe versus Wade backfired on the Republican Party. Because check this out. 11% of the respondents said that it made them more pro-choice. 5% said, oh, no, it made me more pro-life, which I find to be complete bullshit. I think they're lying. Why would overturning Roe versus Wade make you more pro-life? But anyway, this just shows like the more you try to restrict people's ability to do what they want with their own bodies and their own lives, the more you try to restrict people's liberty, the more they're going to turn against you. So again, this should really wake people up. And then another thing that seems to have backfired is Trump's handling of immigration and deportation. So check this out. And this is, of course, very reflective of what we saw last night. So a plurality of 45% said that they now approve of granting amnesty to undocumented immigrants if they've been in the U.S. for more than 10 years and they have no criminal record. Yeah. Even 26% of registered Republicans in Montana agree with that. So, I mean, this says it all. Montana, you guys, like Republicans are so screwed unless they stop Donald Trump from doing what he wants to do. Unless they stop him from his own worst instincts and his impulses and his policies, they are screwed next year. I hope they finally get it, but as I'm going to talk about in another video, many of them don't. And then look at this one. So even in this very, very red state, a majority, 59%, said they disapprove of public schools, including mandatory religious practices as part of the curriculum. So they just do. People are like, no, keep your religion out of our schools, keep your hands off of our bodies and our daughters' bodies and our other females in my family's bodies. I mean, even 41% of Montana Republicans say, no, we do not want you indoctrinating children into a specific religion. Now, sadly, 54% of the Republicans in this part of the poll were either neutral or they approve of it. But you're not going to find that across the board, especially not with independent voters. And, you know, it's so odd that they're for this, that the majority of Republicans are for this. I mean, they're the party that claims to care about personal liberty. They're the ones who claim to care about parental rights. That's all they kept screeching about for years. Obviously, they only mean, no, we have personal liberty. We can do whatever we want, but we also get to tell you what you can and can't do and how you can and can't raise your children. So typical behavior for bullies, for control freaks, right? I mean, they can dish it out, they can't take it. So anyway, guys, I thought this was really good news, especially when you combine it with what happened with the elections yesterday. So yeah. Um, Again, personally, I hope Donald Trump keeps doing what he's doing because he is destroying his presidency. He is doing far more damage to himself and to the Republican Party than the Democrats could ever do. Oh, well, anyway, I'll let you know when I have more. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.